I know you just brought up Allen Robinson, and you're a little bit lower than it seems than everyone else. Do you think he is going to rebound though this season? I know personally, I think he's going to have a rebound season. Is he going to be like, top 12 or something? No, I don't think so. I think he's going to be a solid wide receiver 2 for your squad if you're able to get him. But what do you think?
I think he's going to have a lot of opportunity because after Cup's season last season, teams are really going to be focused on Cooper Cup. And I think it's going to open kind of like this window for Allen Robinson, kind of in the way that it did for Odell Beckham Jr. or like a Van Jefferson last season, because, Cup was having such a good season that teams kind of seem to just focus on him. So I think it's an opportunity for Allen Robinson. I'm a little sketched out because I live in Chicago, so I watched a lot of Allen Robinson over the past few seasons, and it was not very good. I know that he didn't really have great quarterbacks, but I will say that even I felt last season Justin Fields actually gave him a lot, and I felt that Allen Robinson didn't like particularly play as well as he should have. So when we signed him, I was like a little, well, one, I didn't think we were going to sign a receiver like that at all. I did not see that coming. So I was surprised by that, but I was surprised with the Allen Robinson signing, but it is kind of grown on me. I'm cautiously optimistic about how he performs next season. I think it is going to be kind of a make or break thing for him to show us what he can do. But I do think he is going to get a lot of targets because I don't think that Cup's teams are going to allow Cup to kind of have as many receptions or targets as he did last season. So I think guys like Allen Robinson and Van Jefferson are going to have a lot more opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Dalton, do you agree?
I don't even know what to think about Allen Robinson, right? So he's like legitimately was like one of the better wide receivers in the league. And then last year he was terrible, like straight up. But the more I think about it, the more I wonder how much that contract situation with Chicago maybe like dismotivated him from playing there. And now he's going to be on a new team, in which last year the Bears, their offense was just bad overall. So he wasn't in an ideal situation. And we saw with Odell Beckham too, when Odell wasn't in the most ideal situation. Browns went over to the Rams, and he was able to get unlocked a little bit. So I'm like cautiously optimistic on Allen Robinson. I would actually not be surprised if he finished as like a top 12 wide receiver in fantasy this year. Like I'm not going to project that, but am I shocked if that happens? No. Am I shocked if Allen Robinson just like is taken over by Van Jefferson? He's the wide receiver 3 in this offense. Also no. So I'm not really going to put a stamp on him, but I do think he has this really like interesting range where he was a very good wide receiver who just had a bad year, bouncing back and is still a good wide receiver, or this is the first part of the decline for him, like as he slowly faces out of the league.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Russ? What do you think?
You guys are wrong. He's awesome. Allen Robinson literally just did not try last season. He didn't want to be there. They tagged him. He signed it because that is a lot of money and there was nothing else he could do about it. And then just made sure he didn't get hurt. I mean, and then what do? You go to the best offense in the league. I mean, yeah, go. Yes, absolutely. I am all in. Well, first of all, I need to go back a second and say, I was borderline on tears watching Odell Beckham tear his ACL in the Super Bowl. Like,
me too.
I was a fan of the guy. I saw him play live. It's hard not to get swept up in that one-handed catch when you're surrounded by Giants fans and everything. And okay, yeah, his personality went a little off the wall because kids can't always handle fame. But he was always really good. And then all those injuries, and it's just like, oh, come on, man, just stay healthy. And then in the Super Bowl, he was crushing it. And then he crushed his knee. But that sucks. And now I just want him to go somewhere else because I want Allen Robinson's season. I think it's going to be great. This is going to be miles and miles the best quarterback he's ever played with. And it's going to be an offense where he's not the best player there anymore, which, again, is going to be weird for him. And, yeah, let 3 people go cover Cooper. cover Cooper Cup. That's really hard to say because they need to. Because in the Super Bowl, there was like 4 or 5 people covering him, and he still won them the Super Bowl. Like, I think it's going to be great for the rest of the offense. And Allen Robinson, I think, is insanely good.